Now, if you guys are running a WordPress website, you kind of need to have an SEO plugin. I take that back. You guys need an SEO plugin, right? Now, you guys might be asking yourself, what does the Rankmath SEO plugin really do for my website? The Rankmath plugin is a free plugin that allows you to fully SEO optimize your WordPress website for the Google search results. With the Rankmath plugin, you guys can optimize all the pages and posts on your website and display them how you want in the Google search results. It also allows you to be found on Google so visitors can easily find your business or websites. The Rankmath plugin also creates a sitemap for your website, which is essentially a roadmap for the Google search results, and it also verifies your website. Rankmath also allows you to fully integrate your website with the Google Search Console and other various search engines. With the Google Search Console, you can understand your impressions, visitors, and tons of other useful metrics to help you understand where and how you are receiving traffic. On-page optimization is critical. With Rankmath, you can insert specific keywords for your website that you want to rank for in the Google search results. You can add in your own content, keywords, add separators, and it'll give you great strategies that'll help us ranking on the first page of Google. Have you guys also seen those really nicely structured websites or blog posts in the search results? Those are called rich snippets. Rankmath fully supports rich snippets. With rich snippets, you can display your content in the search results in a really clean format to help you get more clicks and traffic to your websites. Here's our website. You'll notice our website has a rich format and a clean structure. Users can easily navigate through my website right from the search results page, which is pretty damn convenient for them. Here's one of our blog posts that's ranking on the first spot and first page of Google, and this was structured and indexed with the Rankmath SEO plugin. Here's another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. Our website gets tons of traffic, so I'll show you guys how to fully utilize this plugin in this tutorial. Okay, so now that we understand what the Rankmath SEO plugin does, now you understand why you kind of need to have one for your website, right? So we're gonna go ahead and teach you guys about how to use the Rankmath SEO plugin, and by the end of this video, you guys will have a fully SEO optimized website. So let me walk you guys through what we're gonna learn today in this Rankmath SEO tutorial. First, I'll be walking you guys through how to install and configure the Rankmath SEO plugin. I'll walk you guys through all of the Rankmath settings, like the general options and the tools, so you're more familiar with the plugin. We will then set the optimal settings with this plugin to make sure your website has the best chance for visibility. In section 2, we'll fully integrate our website with the Google Search Console and also Bing. This will help you display your analytics, showing you your visitors' impressions, and if there's anything you can improve for your websites. We will then submit our sitemap to Google. A sitemap is a roadmap for search engines, which basically tells Google your website is alive. It also tells these search engines what to crawl and index, and also what not to crawl or what not to index. In section 3, I'll be showing you how to display your website in the Google search results. In this part of the video, I'll be showing you how to fully optimize your home page and the About Us page, and maybe other various pages that you might have on your website. Now, we are going to be working with a website that has not been optimized whatsoever, and by the end of this video, our demo website will be fully SEO optimized and ready to go for all major search engines. And as an added bonus, we'll actually give you real dates on how long it actually took Rankmath to index our website for the Google search results and other search engines. So I'll be showing you guys real live dates later in this tutorial. Now, before we begin, I just want to clarify some things about SEO that you guys might have questions about. You know, off the script and everything, guys, the Rankmath plugin is a great plugin, right? But every single option really isn't relevant to every single user. There are some very important parts of this tutorial, like obviously optimizing your homepage. That's critical because that'll display how your website looks like. You can insert keywords. Also submitting your sitemap, that's also very important. And then maybe integrating like the Google Search Console, and then making sure you have all attributes for all of your images. Those are some of the more important aspects of this video. Now, some of the options in Rankmath are not really relevant for everyone. So if you guys find yourself confused or not sure, don't panic, just leave it alone. It doesn't apply to everyone watching this video. You guys ready to party? All right, cool. Let's go ahead and go to step 1 and first install the Rankmath SEO plugin. Okay, so here's the WordPress website that we are going to SEO optimize today in this video. If you guys want to learn how to make this website, I do have a link in the description that'll show you guys how to make it. But as of right now, our website looks something like this. So we're gonna fix this up and make our website a little bit more suitable for the search engine. Now, many of you guys might be wondering, how long does this take to update in the search results? Well, I don't really know, guys. You know, it takes a few days. So right now it is Wednesday the 3rd of April. So I'll give you guys an up-to-date when this actually reflects in the search engine. All right, so let's go ahead now and install the Rankmath plugin. So to install the Rankmath plugin, let's go back over here to our WordPress dashboard. We're gonna scroll down over here under plugins and then click on add new plugin. Under search plugins, we're gonna type in Rankmath. So Rankmath, just like one word, right? Rankmath. And here is the plugin. It is the Rankmath SEO plugin. So right here, I'll click on install now, and then I'll click on activate. Okay, once you guys actually activate the plugin, it'll prompt you to connect an account. You guys don't need to do this, and I recommend to skip this for now. So right here, I'll click on skip now. We will connect our account a little bit later, but for now, let's just go ahead and mess with the general settings. So next is the Rankmath wizard. So right here, it's saying that we have an option for easy mode or for advanced. I'll just go ahead and select advanced for now, and I'll explain the options as we go, just to make sure we are on the same page and you guys understand all the options. So over here, I'll click on advanced and then click on start wizard. So next we're going to explain what our website is to Rankmath. This will actually help index it in the search results. So my website is a blank. My website is either a small business, a business website, a personal portfolio, personal blog, or an e-commerce website. So if you guys are running just a small business website, you guys can just put small business sites. If you guys are running an e-commerce website, I would recommend web shop. Or if you guys are running a blog, you guys can just put a personal blog. So my website is an e-commerce website, so I'll go ahead and select web shop. Next, we have business type. Now for most businesses, you guys can leave this as organization. If you guys are a local business, I recommend typing in local business right here and selecting this specific option. This will help index your websites for local search results, which is very, very helpful. But if you guys are something else, you guys can go ahead and just search for it here, and Rankmath will do its best to cater to your needs and to fit your website in specific niches, okay? So the next is the website name. So my website name is going to be Gear Grove. That's the name of my brand, right? So I'm going to put Gear Grove. If you guys have an alternative name, you guys can enter that right here. In my specific case, I don't, so I'm just going to leave that blank. And then right here, you're going to enter in your website name, or if you guys are an influencer, you're going to go ahead and enter your name right here. And this may appear in the Google's knowledge panel, which is actually pretty cool. The next thing you're going to do is enter in your logo. So you'll go ahead and enter in your logo right here. Now this is actually very important because this will actually get indexed in the search results. For example, if we go over here to the search results, you guys are gonna see that some of these websites actually have their own logo. So it is important that you guys do enter in your logo for Google. Here we have the default social share image. This is gonna be the default image that is shown when people share your website to various social networks. So right here, I'll upload a file. And I'm gonna use this image right here, this guy on the bike. I'll use this one, okay. And then I'll click on save and continue. Okay, now the next thing they want us to do is connect our Rankmath accounts, but we are gonna skip this. I'll save this for a little bit later in this video. So we're gonna scroll down here, and then we're just gonna click on save and continue. Okay, so next we have Sitemap. Now Sitemap is essentially a roadmap telling Google what to index on your website and what not to index. It also helps Google understand what your website is all about. So you guys do want to make sure that you guys do enable sitemaps right here. You guys also do want to include images. This is very important because these may appear in the Google Images tab so people can find your website easier. Next we have the public post types. You guys do want to make sure that posts, pages, and if you guys are running an e-commerce website, you want to make sure products are also selected. This is also a custom post type that I do not want indexed. So if you guys do have custom post types that are not needed, I would uncheck those because that can result in duplicate content, which can result in penalties on your website. So make sure just the basic fundamentals are selected. So next we have public taxonomies, and I do recommend to select categories. This will display your blog categories in the search results. Also, if you guys are running an e-commerce website, I highly recommend to select product categories. This will display your product categories also in the search results. Here's an example. Over here, you'll see I typed in Daryl Wilson templates for Elementor, and you'll see that some of the categories actually displays right here. So product category, Elementor, and then also there are some other ones that display as people scroll down. So it is important that you guys do actually have those checked, okay? Once you guys check those boxes, we'll then click on save and continue. So next we have the SEO tweaks. Now Rankmath did a pretty good job at this. So the first one is adding no index to empty category and tag archives. Generally this is important because this will actually lead to duplicate content, and also adding in too many outbound links will result in a weaker page rank. So you do want to make sure that this is checked. No follow external links. This will typically add no follow to all of your links on your websites, but I don't recommend to set this option because websites that practice this are usually black hat websites or adult websites, and they're generally websites that people don't participate in too much. So make sure that you guys don't have that checked. I do recommend to select follow and no follow when you guys are creating your blog post to any link that you add to your posts. Here is the next option. This is open external links in a new window. And essentially that means they click on a link, it'll open it in a new tab. Pretty self-explanatory, right? So let's go ahead now and click on save and continue. And our website is ready to go. That's the end of the video. No, I'm just kidding. We have a lot more to do. So I don't know why it says this. Our website is not done at all, right? So right here, you'll see return to dashboard. Go ahead and click on return to dashboard. Okay, so next we have the Rankmath SEO modules. Now, Rankmath does have tons of integrations. Like for example, it has an integration for ACF, for BBPress, for BuddyPress. So some of these apply to your website and you guys are using some of these plugins, you guys can go ahead and turn those on. But the one that I want to focus on and have you guys turn on is the image SEO. So right here, I'll go ahead and turn on image SEO. And I think that's it. Most of the important ones are already turned on by default, like instant indexing and local SEO. So go ahead and scroll down here. Make sure Sitemap is also turned on as well. And I think that is pretty much it, right? Sitemap, image SEO, and all these standard ones are pretty useful when you guys are managing your websites. So now that we turn on those modules, let's go ahead now and adjust some of those settings. So over here, let's click on General Settings. Okay, so first let's go ahead and go through these options. Now the first is the links. Now, the first option you get is a stripping category based link, and I do recommend to have this on. So if you guys have this on, what it'll do is it'll reduce the link on your pages, right? So here we have like just my shop and then, you know, my product right here. And I've actually gotten rid of the category section because it's gonna be a very long permalink. So this will actually shorten the links. So I do recommend to turn on strip category based link. So the next is the redirect attachments. This is important because if you guys do have attachments or some sort of image on your website, you want it to be redirected to the original page or post. For example, if I go over here to the Google Images and, you know, maybe I found like, you know, just something from my website, instead of actually redirecting them to this specific image, it'll actually take them to that specific post right here, right? So that's what you guys want to make sure that you guys do have that enabled. The next is redirect orphan attachments. You just want to make sure you have the name of your website here. And for some reason, if there's like a 404 or if there's some page that is missing, it'll just go ahead and redirect them back to the original homepage. So the next one is no follow external links. Now, I previously mentioned that you guys should have this on or off, but it really depends on your website. If you guys are running an affiliate marketing website with tons of links, I do recommend to have this turned on. If you guys are a small business website or just an average business website that's not like really into affiliate marketing that has tons of links, I recommend to have this off. So the next is the no follow external links. Now this option really does depend on what kind of website you are. I previously mentioned to turn this off because most of you guys watching this are probably small businesses, but if you guys are an affiliate marketing website, I do recommend to turn this on. Let me explain. So this is my website right here where I'm actually promoting WordPress themes. On this specific page, I probably have like 20 or 30 affiliate links. So right here is an affiliate link, right? This is another link. I scroll down, you'll see we have another link and then another link and so on and so forth. Now, if someone actually clicks on these links and buys something, I do make a commission, right? However, if you guys are a small business website, like an agency or something like that, you'll notice that a lot of these websites don't really have any affiliate links. So over here, for example, I'll just go ahead and check out this website. This is actually a web design agency in Thailand, and this is one of their blog posts, right? You guys are gonna notice that they have like almost 0 links on this page. It's just no links because they're not really promoting anything. They're not marketing anything, right? So it really does depend on the type of website that you guys are running. So if you guys are running an affiliate marketing website, I recommend to turn this on. If you guys are just a regular business that's not into that, I recommend to turn this off. Okay, and the same thing applies for the image files as well. The next is the open external links. This essentially means when someone clicks on a link, it'll open it in a new tab. So you'll see right here how it opens that in a new tab right there. So if you guys do want to have that on, go ahead and turn it on. And I do recommend to turn this on because this will keep users on your website as long as possible. Make sense? All right, cool. Let's go ahead now and click on Save Changes. Okay, so next we have breadcrumbs. I'll go ahead and click on breadcrumbs. Now, I recommend to turn this off, and that's just because a lot of themes and page builders actually have their own breadcrumbs in the theme and also in the page builder. So I do believe this is sort of a depreciated option because most page builders and themes already have the option for breadcrumbs. So I do recommend to turn this off just to prevent any conflict with your theme. So next we have images. Now, if you guys are too lazy to enter in your alt attributes for your images, you guys can have Rankmath do it for you guys right here. Now, why is this important? So over here on my media library, you guys will see I have tons of images, right? If I click on an image right here, you'll see that we have some information about this image. We have the title, and also we have alternative text. This is critical that you guys enter this for every single image that you upload on your website. The reason why is because this will actually display for screen readers, and it'll get picked up in the Google search results. So Google wants to know what these images are and what they mean. What's actually really cool is if we actually go ahead and search for this, this will actually display in the search results as well. So here is our template right here, and this was actually all found using the alternative text. So this is actually picked up by the search results, and it displays our template kit in the search results. So always make sure for every image that you guys do upload a title and also a alternative text, which explains what exactly this image is about. So now that we understand what the title is and also the alternative text, over here under these settings, Rankmath will actually fill out information if it's missing. So if it's missing the alternative text or the attributes, you guys can go ahead and turn this on and Rankmath will fill out something for you automatically. Now they only have file name right here, and I actually recommend that you guys should go ahead and fill out everything that you guys upload yourself, just to make sure that it can get picked up in the search results. They have the same option for the title as well, so if you guys do upload a title right here and it's missing, Rankmath will go ahead and fill out something for you, right? So I do recommend to actually probably turn this off right here and leave this one on and just leave it to title just like that. You just want to make sure that the image title is found, and then you guys can go ahead and fill out the text yourself. Hey guys, did you guys miss me? All right, cool. Now this section I want to clarify with you guys. So you guys should always be adding in the title and the alt text for all of your images, right? Now I know Rankmath has the options to do this like automatically, but guys, Rankmath doesn't know what you're uploading to the website, right? So it is a cool feature, but again, they don't really know what you're uploading. So I highly recommend for every single image that you guys upload, you guys should always add the title and also the description. This will actually help Google determine what this image is, and it'll place it in relevant searches, which will result in more traffic to your website. In fact, if you guys go to the Google Images tab, you guys are gonna find tons of images there, and these were all placed there by adding in the title and the alt text for all those images. It's a free win, guys. It's free traffic, so always make sure that you guys do this. It's very important. With that said, let's go ahead and jump back to the video. Now let's go ahead and click on Webmaster Tools. Okay, so next we're going to connect our websites with the Google Search Console. This is important because this will actually display the number of impressions you guys are getting, the number of clicks. You guys also need it to submit your sitemap to Google, which is critical. So we're going to connect our websites with the Google Search Console. Now to get started, let's go over here to Google and we're gonna type in Google Search Console, right? And we're gonna click on the very first result right here. So Google Search Console Tools. And then you'll see this page here, and then right here, let's click on Start Now. Okay, now this is the Google Search Console, and you guys might need to add a property first. So if you guys are brought to a page where it says, oh, you gotta verify something, don't worry, we're gonna verify the website right now. If you guys already have Google Search Console, you'll click on this little tab right here, and here at the bottom, you're gonna click on Add a Property. So we're gonna first add a property, which is basically our domain. So here we have domain, and then we also have URL prefix. We're gonna select URL prefix, and then we're gonna type in the domain name. So right here, go ahead and type in the name of your websites. Okay, so mine is https://tutorialdomain.com, and then right here, I'll click on continue. Okay, now the next thing we're gonna do is we're going to select the HTML tag. So here we have the HTML tag. I'm gonna copy this and we're gonna go back to our website. All right, and then right here, we're just gonna paste that in, okay? We're gonna scroll down and then click on Save Changes. All right, cool. Now Rankmath actually gets rid of all of the unnecessary characters. So it'll look something like this right here. And then after we have entered that in, we're gonna go back over here to Google Search Console, and then we're gonna click on Verify. All right, cool. So now you guys will see that the ownership has been verified. So right here, I'll click on Go to Property. So this is the performance. Now, once you guys actually get analytics, you'll see that you're gonna get clicks, you're gonna get impressions. Here we have indexing. So if there's anything that's saying like, oh, you have a lot of errors somewhere, you guys can go ahead and check that out. And then also they have experiences and enhancements as well. So as of right now, our website is now verified with the Google Search Console. So that's good. So now let's go back over here to our websites. Now we can also do this with Bing and Baidu and Yandex. So let's also verify this with Bing. So let's go back over here to Google, and you're gonna type in Bing Webmaster Tools, and you're gonna see this first link right here. Let's go ahead and click on this. Now Bing actually still controls like 10% of the internet, guys. So it actually does have a lot of traffic. So I do recommend to also verify it with Bing. You guys will need to make an account with Microsoft, unfortunately, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, just go through the process, guys, make an account. It's worth it, you know, takes like maybe a few minutes, and you can have your website verified by Microsoft. So after you guys log in and make an account, it'll prompt you to either use the Google Search Console, which is very easy, right? You just click on import and you're done, or you guys can add it in manually. I'll just show you guys how to add it in manually, just in case you guys are not familiar with it. So we'll go ahead and enter in our domain here. And we'll add it. Okay, and once you guys actually add your website, it'll bring you to this verification method page. We'll do the same thing, right? We'll click on HTML meta tag, and then we're gonna copy this, and then we'll go back to our website, and then you're gonna paste that in there right there, okay? And we'll scroll to the bottom, and then click on Save Changes. Now, unfortunately, Bing does take a while. I know this from experience. It'll take maybe like 6 hours or something like that. They're not as fast as Google at all. So if you guys go back over here and you try to verify it and it doesn't work, don't panic. Just maybe wait a few hours and try again. Usually with Bing, it is a little bit slower. So on your very first try, it might give you guys an error message. So you guys might see a message that looks like this right here. But again, don't panic. All you got to do is just check this later and it should work just fine. So that is how you guys can verify your websites with Google and also Bing. You guys can also do the same thing for Baidu, which is the Chinese search engine, and then also Yandex, which is the Russian one. Here we have Pinterest, and I do recommend to verify it with Pinterest. Pinterest is a great way, guys, on how to get more traffic. Here is our Pinterest account, and we get around 4,000 to 5,000 visits a month with Pinterest. You guys will see we have tons of impressions, clicks, and we actually do make tons of sales through Pinterest, believe it or not. It actually took us a while to find out if it was good for us, and it actually was. And you guys can promote like your pins and get like literally like millions and millions of impressions. It's crazy. So if you guys do have a Pinterest and want to verify it, I'll show you guys how to do it. It's actually really quick and easy. All you got to do is go over here to your options and go to settings. Next, you'll go over here to claimed accounts, and then you'll go ahead and claim an account. You guys will see I've already added my website, darylwilson.com, but I'll go ahead and claim another website. So same thing like before, we're just gonna go ahead and copy this, and we'll go back over here, and we'll paste that in there just like that. We'll scroll to the bottom and click on Save Changes. Now Pinterest is also like Bing, guys, so it will take a little while to verify. It does take like a few hours, so if you add it to your website and then try to verify it, Pinterest is a little slow as well, so maybe check back in an hour or two, right? But over here, I will type in my website name. All right, and then click on Verify. And you guys will see it has not been verified yet. It does take Pinterest a few hours as well, just like Bing. So maybe come back in like a few hours and verify it, and everything should work just fine. So that is how you guys can verify your websites with Google, Bing, and also Pinterest. All right, so that is very important to add your website to these websites because it does help index your website for those specific websites. Next, let's go ahead and go to the next section, robot text. We're gonna skip this. If you guys don't know what this is, just go ahead and skip it. All right, don't touch it. All right, don't touch anything. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to others. Now, there are some things here that I do recommend, and that is the RSS section. I don't know why they left this blank, but I do recommend to add in some information here. So an RSS reader will actually claim your information before people can steal it. So I do recommend to actually have some info here for the RSS readers. Now for the before content, we're going to do blog link, feature link, and post link. So right here, we're going to go ahead and take this, right? Copy this. We're going to paste that in there right there. Okay. And we're also going to enter in the featured image. Now, in case you guys are not familiar with what this is essentially for RSS feed readers, and this will actually claim whatever page or post that you guys are making before internet scrapers come and steal your content and rank for it, which is really, really annoying. And the last one is post link. I'll give you guys an example of actual plugins that actually will steal your content. They actually sell them on ThemeForest, which is crazy, right? So you do want to make sure that you can go ahead and verify this before they steal it. And then for after content, we're going to type in this post, and then we're going to enter in post link. Okay. Okay. This post. Wait. There we go. There we go. So this post and then post link first appeared on, and then we're going to have blog link space, and is written by, and then we're going to put the author link. Okay, author link. Okay, and I'll go ahead and paste that in there. Make sure that's spaced out, right? All right, so you want it just like this. So before content, blog link, featured image, post link, and then also we have after content, and then make sure that you guys fill in this information. All right, cool. These other two options I don't recommend to turn on. I don't know why you'd want to show your SEO score to visitors, right? Doesn't make much sense. But let me explain why we enter this information in. So here is ThemeForest, which is a very popular website that sells plugins, right? Now here's a plugin called the WordPress Automatic Plugin. So this is called the WordPress Automatic Plugin, which is a really chill way to say stealing blog posts from WordPress websites. If we go ahead and scroll down, you guys will see that this will actually scrape websites and steal posts from any WordPress website automatically. By entering the information that I showed you guys how to enter, this will actually protect your information from scraper tools like this. Essentially what these guys try to do is steal your blog posts, and they want to rank for them before you do. But since we enter this information, we are letting search results and RSS feeders know that we are the original author of our content, right? So it is important that you guys do have this, just to make sure that people don't steal your blog posts and they rank for them, right? Okay, so that's an example of what you guys want to enter for others. Next we have blocks. So next we have blocks, and I don't really recommend to edit anything here because you guys can always edit all of this within the editor itself, which is Gutenberg. So I'm just going to skip this for now. Here I'll go to WooCommerce. So here is the WooCommerce options. If you guys do have WooCommerce available, these options will be displayed right here. The only thing I would probably recommend to do is get rid of the category base, because I don't really want to show like, product category, right? It could just show the category itself and not this key term product category. So I'll go ahead and select this option here. Also, I do want to remove the generator tag. This will actually reduce duplicate content issues, and also remove the schema markup from archive pages. Generally, you guys don't want archive pages indexed just because they're very irrelevant for search engines, and you want users to focus on maybe like your main shop page instead of old pages on your websites. And the last option is brand. Now, I don't really know what this does, and I actually looked up their documentation and they didn't really explain it too well, but I always leave mine to none, and my products always get indexed by Google, so I never had an issue with schema markup or open graph. So for those of you who are not sure, just go ahead and select none, and then click on Save Changes. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about titles and metas. Now the first is the robots meta. This is essentially telling search engines like Google to index your website, right? So make sure that you guys do have this checked to yes, right? The next is no index. You guys wanna make sure this is set to yes, because you don't want the search engines to index pages that you're not using. This can lead to low page rank and also duplicate content issues. So make sure that you guys do have this checked. Next, we have separator character. You guys can choose to set a global separator character for your website. However, we also will be doing this individually per page and post. But if you guys want like a fallback option, you guys can always select one right here. Okay, I'll just select this one here. Next, we have capitalized titles, and I do recommend to turn this on. I don't know why, guys, but in web design, we always capitalize the first letter of every word. So you'll see this is capitalized, capitalized, and so on and so forth. And also this will display in the search engine as well. So yeah, it's just something that we do, guys. I don't know why, but I do recommend to turn capitalized titles on. You guys do want to make sure that you guys add an image that represents your websites. And then also right here, if you guys do use Twitter, you guys can choose to have users share your website with a summary card with a large image or just the summary card, right? But I'll go ahead and leave a summary card with a large image because this will actually talk more about the specific part of the page that you are sharing. So I'll go ahead now and click on Save Changes. Okay, great. Let's go to the next one, local SEO. So next we have local SEO. Now, if you guys are a business, you guys are going to select organization. If you guys are like a real estate agent or a person using your own personal brand name, you would select person, right? But for most businesses and websites, you're going to select organization. So right here, you'll put your website name, and the website name and the organization name should be the same, right? Here, if you guys have an alternative name for your website, you guys can go ahead and enter that here. And then right here, you want to enter in some description about your websites. Now make sure to be descriptive about your websites because this can appear in the Google Knowledge panel. For example, over here we have Caesar's Palace, right? And this right here is an example of the knowledge panel, right? If we scroll down, you're gonna see that they have a lot of rich information. And then here we have details. So you guys do want to make sure that you guys entered as much details as possible for your business because if people search for you, you want to display that specific information. So I'll just throw in some demo content here. Okay, all right. Here you guys will enter in your logo right here. You guys will also put in your URL of your website. Here you're going to put in your email, okay? So next we have the address. You guys do want to make sure you put your street address, your postal code, your region, and also your country. The next is the address format. Now this will display how you want in the panel if Google decides to display it, right? So it'll display your address, locality, region, and postal code. So if you guys also want this to display like your country, you'll go ahead and hit the, I think there's like a bracket sign. It's actually above the enter sign, right? You'll hold shift and press it, and then you'll put like country or something like that. And then you'll end it like that. And this can display over here if we scroll up. You guys will see that here is the address. So they just chose, you know, just the address, the state, and then also the country. So that's what they decided to go with, right? So that's an example of the address formats. So next we have business type. Now, if these do apply to you, you guys can enter this here. So if you guys are like a school, you could put school, or if you guys are something else like a casino, you'll put that, or anything relative to your business, you'll go ahead and describe it as best as possible right here. If it doesn't display there, just leave it as organization. Next, we have the opening hours formats. If you guys do want the 24-hour formats, you guys can select that. But if you guys are in the United States, we actually use AM and PM, so you guys would select the 12 right here. You guys can select your opening hours for your business. If you guys are open on specific days, you can, you know, leave it open. If you guys are closed, you guys can just go ahead and just put like right here, closed, and that would display closed in the search results. Next, you'll put in your phone number, the price range, and this is a $sign, right? I think they use $signs for this. Yep. So you'll go ahead and price your business accordingly, right? If you guys have any additional information, you guys can select it here. If you guys do have an About Us page, you're going to go ahead and select that here. Now, I think I do have an About Us page, right? There's my About Us page, and then here is the contact page. Okay. And if you guys do have a Google Maps API key, you guys can enter it here. And lastly, we have the geo coordinates. You guys can actually get this from Google Maps. So if you guys do go to Google Maps, and let's just say, for example, like my business is right next to the Cheesecake Factory, I can right click on this map right here and then copy this, right? And then I'll go back over here and I'll just paste that in, okay? So there is the geo coordinates. Now, I'll be honest, guys, there is no guarantee that Google will display your website in a rich format. However, the more information that you guys enter right here, the better chances you have of getting your website ranked and featured in a rich snippet, very similar to this right here. You'll see that Caesar's Palace enters in tons of information, and it's relevant information that helps users, and ultimately it gives people a better navigating experience for Google, and that's why they like that, right? So you do want to make sure that you enter as much information as possible so that you guys might get a rich format just like this. Okay, next we'll go ahead and click on social meta. So next we have the social meta, and this is where you guys are gonna enter in your Facebook page, the authorship, the admin, and Twitter username, and so on and so forth, along with any other social profiles you want to add like TikTok and so on and so forth. Now don't skip this, make sure that you guys do enter all this in. The reason why is because if we go back over here to our featured snippets and we scroll down, you're gonna see profiles display right here. And there's a good chance that your information will be displayed right here if you guys enter in as much information as you possibly can. So make sure that you guys do go ahead and fill out your social meta, okay? Homepage, we're gonna skip this. We'll come back to homepage a little bit later and we'll get really detailed about the homepage. Next we have authors. So next we have authors. Enabling this will let users select your authors. If you guys click on disabled, it'll redirect all of the links from authors to your homepage. That's not ideal, right? So you probably wanna make sure this is enabled. Now, if we scroll down, you're gonna see this is set to no index. The reason why they do this is because your website may get penalized for duplicate content if it's indexed. So Rankmath selects it to no index by default. And I do recommend that you guys select it to no index as well, okay? We'll go ahead and scroll down. So here we have the author archive title. I recommend to actually just get rid of page right here. So this is gonna be the name of the author, right? A separator, and then the name of the websites. So all this really is just displaying the archive information on search engines in a more cleaner format. So next we have author archive description. This can be like, the authors on my websites, or whatever. So you can describe the authors like, hey, these are the writers, they're very talented writers, so on and so forth. And you can describe all the writers right here in the description section. Now the last two options are just like voluntary, right? But I do recommend to turn this one on, make sure it's on. This will enable it so you guys can actually use the rank math on the author pages as well. Okay, so we'll go ahead now and click on Save Changes. So next we have miscellaneous pages, and you guys should have this set to disabled. Generally, people don't want their 404s and their miscellaneous pages indexed in the search results. There's just no need for it, right? There's no use for it, right? So I would just go ahead and select disabled here, and then also make sure this is selected to no index for the search results. However, I would leave these two off right here because you can't have content on your paginated pages, but I would actually turn this one off right here. This is password protected pages. Like, I don't know why you'd want those indexed, right? Doesn't make any sense. So I'll just go ahead and make sure those are not indexed and then click on Save Changes. Okay, now let's go ahead and go to the more important aspects of this video, like posts, pages, and other products. So right here, I'll click on posts. Okay, now before we talk about posts and pages, I always recommend to always custom create your own description. We'll be doing that in the very next section, but if you guys do forget to actually add in description for your posts or pages, the Rankmath plugin will do it for you guys automatically. So here we have a single post title. We have the name of the post, we have a separator and site name. Now, I personally recommend to just leave it as title, right? When you guys are searching on the internet for something, like for example, I'll go over here. If you type something in, you generally will see like the title of the article. Here I typed in how to build more backlinks to your product pages, and my website is ranking #1 right here. So it is the exact search term of the actual post. Same thing over here. How to write high ranking blog posts. You're gonna see that I'm ranking #1. These right here are actually sponsored, right? So they don't really count, right? And here is my article. So this is only the title of the post. So if I click on this, you're gonna see it just says how to write high ranking blog posts. So it's only the title. Now later in the video, I will be showing you guys how to create your own personal custom text right here. So you'll see flat something review, still good fit for your store. I do recommend to do this for all of your posts because I think everyone does this, right? So you can create really catchy titles for all of your posts. And you guys are gonna see that my website is actually ranking #1 for flat something review. And if you guys scroll down, you guys are gonna see similar blog posts like Flotsam review, is it the best theme? And everyone here is using titles in order to try to capture clicks and visits to their website, right? So going back over here, I do recommend to only have title. Now, another really cool strategy that you guys can do is actually add in the date. So right here, you guys can do like the, the date modified, right? Or the current date. And this will actually show the date, right? And there's a good chance someone might click on it because they're going to think it's fresh content. But just be warned, if it's not fresh content, they're going to feel very deceptive and they're going to say, hey, this guy is BS, this guy sucks, But that is if you guys do have current fresh content. But I do recommend to just leave it as title and then also excerpt. Excerpt will take as much information as they can from your post and display it in the search results. For example, if I scroll back up over here, this right here is excerpt content. So it's just excerpt. It's just basically going to grab relevant content from your post and it's going to display it in the search engine. We can also create custom excerpt, which we will do a little bit later. But if you guys do forget, Rankmath will go ahead and grab some content from your article and display it in the search results for you. So next we have the schema type. I do recommend to select it to article. Generally today, everything's considered an article because content's very long. However, if you guys are doing like a book or a course or an event or job posting, or if this is a product, you guys are going to go ahead and select the most appropriate schema right here. Now, if you guys are running a blog post, let's see if they took it out. Yeah, I think they did take out blog post. Yeah, because I think today everyone considers blog and article the same thing, right? But for the schema type, just make sure that you guys do enter in the proper schema type that is relevant for your website. If you guys are not sure, you can select none. If you guys are a blog or if you guys write, frequent posts, you'll select article. For headline and description, make sure that you guys do leave this as standard right here. For article type, oh, they do have blog posts. Okay, so blog posts are very short written posts, like maybe less than like 500 words. Articles are considered more than 500 words. News articles are very large contents and usually are related to current events or something happening right away. If you guys are a small blog, you'll select blog post. If you're something like myself, you'll select article. If you guys are a large news network, you'll select news article. Okay. Next, we have link suggestions. Make sure that you guys turn this on. Later in the video, we'll be using this, so make sure that you guys do have this on. Link suggestion titles. Here, they're going to recommend titles or specific keywords, but just make sure that you guys do select this to titles, and we'll talk more about this a little bit later. And they have the same options down here for enhanced sharing, SEO controls. And then lastly is bulk editing. Make sure you guys have this on. This allows you to edit all your posts in the listing screen. So just make sure that you guys do have that enabled. It's a free option, why not? So I'll go ahead now and click on Save Changes. Okay, so that is posts, right? Now let's talk about pages. So next we have pages, and pages are actually a little bit more important than posts. Earlier I showed you guys our blog post right here. So this is an example of a blog post where we're basically talking about specific WordPress themes or, we're just blogging about something. Now the home page is actually a little bit more critical because this is actually a page on my website and this directly affects who I am and what I'm all about, right? Now over here, you're gonna see this website called Hostinger, right? You're gonna see Hostinger put the name of their website, dash, and then they put a tagline, right? My website too, Daryl Wilson, and then we have this little dash, and then also I do have a tagline as well. So over here, you're gonna see title of the website, a separator, and then the site name. Now, generally for your pages, I think title, separator, and site name is appropriate, right? So this would be like the about us, right? Maybe like about us /darylwilson.com, right? Something like that, right? So you guys can leave this as a default setting for your pages. So for single page title, I do recommend to leave it like this, where you have the title of the page, a separator, and the site name. Later in the video, I will be showing you guys how to create custom text that looks like this, that you guys can basically create custom text for all of your pages, which I do highly recommend that you guys do. So next we have the single page description, and this will just go ahead and grab some short description from that page. Let me see if I can give you guys an example. So I'll go ahead and put Daryl Wilson contact us page. And you guys are gonna see that we have the name of the page, dash, and then my website, darylwilson.com. And then right here, we have some excerpt. So this is exactly what these settings mean, and that's exactly what I'm using, right? So Daryl Wilson, let's see, about us page. I don't know if I have an about us page, actually. Yeah, I don't think I do. Yeah, so Daryl Wilson blog, right? So yeah, you guys are gonna see that this is probably the more appropriate example for you guys, right? So name of the page, separator, site name, and then excerpt, okay? All right, and then these other options right here, they're not really relevant to us because we're using pages and not really articles. I don't know why these are here. So yeah, just scroll to the bottom, guys, and click on Save Changes. So that is pretty much the optimal settings for pages and posts. If you guys do have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I always recommend, guys, to always optimize all of the pages and posts by yourself. Do not rely on the Rankmath plugin. The options in the Rankmath plugin are just in case that you guys forget, but you guys really should be optimizing every page that you guys create for your website. It takes like a minute, right? It's really fast, and it'll make your site look really professional and rich in the search engines. So these options are helpful, but just don't rely on them too much. All right, next we'll go ahead and click on attachments, and there's nothing for us to do because we have redirected attachments to our posts and pages. Landing page right here. So these are actually custom post types. If you guys have a custom post types, you guys can also fully display those, but we are not indexing landing pages, so we can just go ahead and skip this. So next we have products. Now, if you guys are running an e-commerce website, I definitely recommend to just leave the title of the actual product. And then for the product description, there is another excerpt we can use. I think that's product description. Yeah, here we go, product short description. So make sure that you guys do get rid of this excerpt, and we are going to enter in the description for the product page, right? Scrolling down here, we have the archive title. Make sure that you guys do just get rid of the page. It's not really important what page it's on, right? So we just want the product, a separator, and then we want our brand, which is our site name, right? And then here you guys can go ahead and enter in some description for the product archive page. This is not required, but this is optional, but I do recommend that you guys enter in something here anyways. So for example, for my archive page right here, I have entered in this right here, right? Just like find your best product, yada, 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 right? And if they click on this, it'll take them directly to our product category pages right here, right? So make sure that you guys do enter something in here that would, encourage people to actually take action and click on your website, right? So go ahead and paste that in there. So this is the WooCommerce product, right? Make sure you guys select that. And another important option is the thumbnail for Facebook. So make sure that you guys do have some sort of image right here that represents your shop page. Okay, you might want to make this a little different from your website, right? So let's see if I have something that relates, makes people want to buy something, right? Here we go, this one right here. Okay, and then I'll scroll to the bottom and then click on Save Changes. Okay, and the last two is the categories. Now for the categories right here, I do recommend to leave it like this right here, where you have the category, the separator, and also the site name. And then right here is description for the archive page. You guys can change this if you want. You guys can just create like your own like custom archive information if you guys want to go that route, or you guys can just leave it to default if you want to go that route. But I personally use this same format on my website, right? So yeah, it's just an option if you guys want to get inspiration from me, or if you guys want to do your own thing, you guys can knock yourself out. These typically won't be displayed in the search engine, and a lot of the times they're actually hard to find, so don't worry about it too much, okay? And then for tags, we are not indexing tags, so we don't need to actually do anything here, right? And then also for product categories, you guys can do the same thing here for product categories if you guys are selling something on your websites. So this is the product category, a separator, and then the name of the websites. And then here we have the description of the product archive category. If you guys want to leave it as standard, you can leave it like that, or you guys can enter in something custom to, try to get more clicks and stuff like that. Like that, right? Something like that, right? Yeah, I get the best information here, right? I think this looks a lot more appropriate. So I would probably recommend to add in your own description for these pages just because it looks a little bit more professional, right? Once you guys are done, I'll go ahead and click on Save Changes. Now also for product tags, we are not going to mess with this page right here just because this right here, we are not indexing at all. We don't index tags or tags from post just because there's no relevance and people won't see this at all, right? So it doesn't matter. Okay, so that is titles and meta. If you guys have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. Let's go ahead and move on to the next section. All right, so next we're going to submit our sitemap to the Google Search Console. Now, earlier in the video, I showed you guys how to actually add a property right here in the Google Search Console. Now we're gonna submit our sitemap. So go back to your Google Search Console, and right here, I'll click on sitemap. If we go back to our website here, you're gonna see this is our sitemap. So go ahead and copy this, and then we're going to paste it in over here. Now, all we need right here is, let's go ahead and backspace that. We just need the dash sitemap underscore index XML. I'll go ahead and submit this sitemap. Essentially what we're doing, guys, is we're just telling Google that our website's alive and we want them to crawl it so we can get found in the search results. All right, I'll go ahead and dismiss that. Let's go ahead and refresh this page. And then you'll see the status is success. They trick us, you know, they say failed, but all you gotta do is refresh the page and our website is now fully submitted to Google. So we have submitted it to the Google Search Console and we have submitted our sitemap. At this point, our website is gonna now start being indexed by Google. Now, really quickly, you guys should always be adding a sitemap to the Google Search Console. Without the sitemap, Google really can't determine what to crawl and what to index, and it doesn't really know anything about your website, and it's just going to basically pull random stuff about your website. So always make sure that you guys do add the sitemap. It's a very important thing to add because it basically is a directory of your website for all search engines, and it makes it so it can structure it really nicely in the search results. And maybe you guys will get a rich snippets by doing this, right? So it's very important to add your sitemap. All right, let's go back to the video. Now, really quick, you just want to make sure that the posts are indexed. We have already adjusted the settings earlier for the pages and the posts. So right here, you want to make sure this is included. The attachments doesn't really matter because these are going to be redirected to our pages. We are not indexing the landing pages because this is a custom post type, which we do not need. And we are going to include the products. So you'll see it's included in the sitemap. Now for categories, we are indexing that, but we are not indexing tags, and we are indexing the product categories, and we are not indexing product tags. If you guys have any questions about this or not sure what a sitemap is, let me know in the comments below. Hope I did my best to kind of explain what this is, right? So now that we did the sitemap, let's go ahead and go to the next one, which is instant indexing. So next we have instant indexing, and this essentially will index your pages and posts right away. So over here on my demo websites, you're gonna see that we have this like article about strength training, and it's a really nice article that we made, right? So this is our current article. And let's just say that you want this indexed right away by Google. Like maybe this is like urgent and you want it indexed right away. I'll go over here and just go ahead and paste that and then submit the URL. So what that's gonna do, it's going to basically ping it to Google to index this right away because it's a very important page or post. Next is the settings. Now this will actually make it so everything on your website is auto-indexed, which is actually convenient so you won't have to ever come back here and do this. So if you guys select pages and posts, and if you guys are running an e-commerce website, I definitely recommend to select products. This essentially will auto-index everything on your website so everything is indexed as fast as possible for Google. So make sure that you guys do have these checked right here. Scroll to the bottom and click on Save Changes. All right, awesome. So our whole website is being indexed instantly. That's a tongue twister, instant indexing, all right? And then here is like the history of, you know, things that you have indexed and stuff like that, right? Makes sense? All right, cool. Let's go to the next section, SEO Analyzer. Okay, we're gonna skip this for now because this is really just an upsell for their pro. So we're gonna skip that. We'll go to Status and Tools. If you guys do have any problems with Rankmath, you guys can always roll this back to another version, right? So sometimes when you update your plugins, there's like conflicts. You guys can always roll it back. And these options right here are for database tools, system tools as well. You guys might need this for your developer or for Rankmath if there's an issue on your website and so on and so forth, right? A bunch of techie stuff. You guys probably don't need to use any of this. And then here we have help and support. If you guys have any questions about Rankmath or you want to ask them a question, you guys can search their knowledge base right here and get information about the Rankmath plugin. Okay, so that is pretty much it for the general settings, right? We went through all of the general settings right here. If you guys have any questions about any specific topic right here, let me know in the comments below. Okay, so now we're going to connect our analytics. Remember those little annoying notices saying, connect me, right? Well, now we're gonna go ahead and connect Rankmath with our website. So go ahead and click on analytics, and then right here, let's click on connect your Rankmath account. Now you guys will need to make an account with Rankmath, guys. It's completely free. It doesn't cost you guys anything, right? So don't trip, right? So just go ahead and make an account. And once you guys do, it'll bring you to this page right here. And then you guys can just go ahead and activate your account. Okay, so you'll go ahead and pick your Gmail account and then you'll log in with Rankmath. So I'll go ahead and click on my Portuguese one right here and then I'll click on continue. I actually have like 7 YouTube channels. So I actually have them in like various languages. So you guys can go ahead and check those out if you guys want to. But But you guys are already watching my English channel, right? So you don't need to. So let's go ahead now and click on continue. All right, cool. So once you guys connect to your analytics right here, you'll see under the search console, you can go ahead and select your website. So you might need to click a few times and then it appears right there. Yeah, it was kind of weird, right? So you'll go ahead and select your website under the Google search console. Now, if you guys have never created a Google Analytics account, nothing may appear right here. So I'll go ahead and walk you guys through how to do that really quick. So this is the link right here for analytics. Analytics allows you guys to see your traffic. It allows you to see, where your visitors are coming from and how many visitors are coming to your website. So I'll go ahead and quickly make a free account with analytics. All you got to do is just make sure that you're logged in with Google with your Gmail account, and it'll prompt you to this page right here. So you'll go ahead and scroll down and just go ahead and put in some information. So this will be like, Daryl's websites. We'll scroll down. I'll go ahead and leave these checked right here. Then I'll click on next. Now you're going to create a property name. So this is going to be the property within your Analytics account. So I'm going to put Wilson Online Shop. And then I'll click on next. So next you're going to put in your business details. So I'll just put in the sports. And I'll put small, click on next. And then here you can choose your business objectives. This is not really required, so you guys can actually just go ahead and skip this, but you need to select one. So I'll just go ahead and generate leads and click on create. Here, click on I accept, and there we go. So right here, you'll click on web, and then you'll put in the name of your domain right here. And then for stream name, we'll put Daryl Wilson Sports, and then I'll click on create stream. And that's pretty much it. So now that you guys have done that, you guys can go ahead now and find it in your Rankmath account. So I'm going to go ahead and close this, click on next, and then go to continue to home. All right. Now I'm actually using a different account over here. So once you guys do go ahead and make an account, you guys will find it over here on the analytics. And then all you'll do is select the property right here and then select view all website data. And then it'll display the analytics from within your WordPress dashboard. So once you guys go ahead and select your analytics, you scroll to the bottom and click on Save Changes. So once you guys go ahead and click back on your analytics, you guys will then see you guys can view some analytics. Now it does take time for Rankmath to actually get all this information, but as your website's live, it'll go ahead and gather information like your visitors, your analytics, and it'll display them right here. These options right here are for Rankmath Pro if you guys are like a big blogger. But if you guys do want to track keywords, you guys can do that in the Pro version right here. But let's go ahead now and click on the SEO Analyzer. So now that we've connected Rankmath, we can also analyze our website. So I'll go ahead and click on Start SEO Analyzer, and this will analyze our website for SEO. Okay, and then you guys are gonna see that it gives us this score. So once you guys go ahead and update all the pages on your websites, you guys can come back and test this, and then hopefully you guys get like a good score, right? But here we have past tests, we have some warnings, right? And then also we have some failed tests. Remember earlier how we talked about alt attributes? It's very important to go to add alt attributes to all of your images, right? Because that'll actually help get them indexed by Google. And then over here, you'll see we can add in some more keywords, but these are actually not that important. These ones right here, not that important as well. I think most of these are actually not that big, but the only big one I would probably recommend to change is probably the alt attributes. Okay, so now that we have basically learned how to use the analytics and we know about the SEO Analyzer, all right, so now that we talked about the analytics features with Rankmath and the SEO, now let's move on to the most important part, which is how to optimize our pages with Rankmath. All right, party people. So in this part of the video, I'll be showing you guys how to fully optimize the pages of your websites. Now, this is probably one of the more critical parts of this video. Now, before we begin, guys, I always recommend to always optimize every page and post yourself, not using the plugin, right? So it does take like a minute, right, to actually optimize every page and post, but it makes a world of difference. So if you guys look in the search engine, you'll see tons of websites, and this was all custom done. So I'll be showing you guys how to create custom text. We're gonna talk about keywords. We'll talk about the first sentence and then the supporting sentence after that. There is a little bit to cover here and also some strategy to incorporate with your SEO description. So make sure that you guys do optimize every page and post of your website yourself using the Rankmath SEO plugin. You guys ready? Let's go. So let's go back over here to pages, and right here, I'll click on all pages. Now, the on-page optimization, guys, is probably the most important part of this tutorial. Everything else I showed you guys it's cool, but it's not really that important. So the first thing that we're gonna do is scroll to our home page right here, and we're gonna click on edits. And now we're going to customize this for the search engine. So this is our home page, and at the top right over here, you're gonna see this Rankmath symbol. I'll go ahead and click on the Rankmath symbol, and then right here, you're gonna see a preview. I'm gonna click on edit snippets. Now this is the most important part of this video, believe it or not. We are going to now optimize this for the search engines. So usually they have like title, separator, site name, but a lot of this is very irrelevant, right? We're just going to optimize it the way we want, and I highly recommend you guys do the same thing. So let's first understand what we're putting here, right? So they have the title, right? Title of the website, they have a separator, and then also they have the site name. But for your home pages, guys, and your custom pages, I recommend just to delete everything, right? I highly recommend that you guys create something custom here instead of using the default formulas. Now, in case you guys need help with understanding what to put, let's take a look at what large websites are already doing. So this is Hostinger.com, and Hostinger, they have the name of their website, they have a dash, and they have bring your idea online with a website. So essentially they have a tagline, right? Something to actually lure people in to click on something. And then below that, they have some meta description, which basically is trying to let people know what their website is all about. Let's take a look at my websites. So my website is Daryl Wilson, which is the brand, and then we have a separator, home of the free WordPress tutorials. So I'm trying to rank over here for WordPress tutorials, right? Because that's really what I talk about. And then right here we have create your WordPress website step by step for free. Join thousands of people creating websites, no paid courses, just free WordPress courses. And then you guys are going to see that we have a really nice structure right here that talks about, all my blogs and everything else, right? So I do like this format. I think this is a very clear format because it includes the brand and then also a tagline. Also SiteGround, if you guys are using SiteGround, they do the same thing except they use a colon. So they have SiteGround, hosting services crafted with care, So I do like this formula. So let's apply that for our demo websites. Now, before we go over here to the page and do everything, I just want to let you guys know that you guys can also use ChatGPT. ChatGPT can create some titles for you guys if you want to use AI, right? So here I put, create me a 5 title and description for SEO. The website is a sports website that sells basketballs. And then right here, they just give us some, inspiration, stuff like that. You guys can use this for inspiration, but I highly recommend that you guys be creative and create something on your own, right? Because this can only take you so far, So I wouldn't copy and paste everything, but this can help you give you ideas as to what to put for your websites. All right. So yeah, on your own free time, feel free to check out ChatGPT. It is a great resource. So let's go ahead and put in a title. Now, since my website is so long, Wilson Online Shop, I'm just gonna create something smaller. So we're gonna put WOS and then space, and then we're gonna put the best basketballs and sportswear for your needs. All right, so that is our tagline, right? So we have the name of the website, dash, and then we have the tagline. Now notice here how I put basketballs and sportswear. I do want to rank for these, so you do want to make sure that you put specific keywords that you want to rank for. Now really quickly, I do want to let you guys know, you guys should always capitalize the first letter of every word. It does make your title look stronger, right? We have the best basketballs and sportswear for your needs. And I know for like grammar, this is like an F, but for SEO and for web design, we always capitalize the first letter of every word. It just makes our website look larger and more authoritative. If you guys go to the search engine as well, you guys are gonna see the same thing. Everyone capitalized the first letter of every word. I don't know why, guys, it's a mystery, but this is something that we just do for SEO. So I want to rank for basketballs and sportswear, right? So we're going to put that on our title. Here we have permalink, we're just gonna skip that. And then here we wanna insert some description. Now make sure this is relevant to your website and also try to enter specific keywords that you also want to rank for. Now I'm gonna go ahead and paste in my prepared content right here. So we have find the best basketballs and sportswear online for men, women, put a space here or a comma, and kids. Now notice here how I put the and symbol. Sometimes you don't need to put and in the in the description. You can try to minimize that by adding in these symbols here, and that allows you to put in more characters and stuff like that. That's just an option. You guys don't have to, but if you find yourself needing more space, you guys can always do that. Browse our wide collection of basketballs and sportswear at low prices. So really quick, look at this description here. So I am basically telling people that we have the best basketballs, and then here I'm telling them the audience for men, women, and kids. Now I reinforce this statement right here by telling them to browse our wide collection, which telling them we have a lot of it. And then we also tell them that we have great prices. So all in all, I think this is a really good description. We're answering all the questions and we're trying to let people know that we have great basketballs at low prices. So when you guys are creating descriptions, I highly recommend to create a very solid first sentence. And then the second sentence will always reinforce and back up what you're saying in the very first sentence. So here is my description, right? Now the first sentence right here is create your WordPress website step by step for free. So I'm letting them know that my website is about creating WordPress websites and they can learn all about WordPress. So this first sentence right here is critical, right? I'm establishing who I am. Now I want to reinforce that and back that up right here with like a secondary support sentence. So we have join thousands of people creating websites, no paid courses. And then here I enter a third little urgent sentence by saying, come on, just create your website. Come on, come over here. So I'm trying to get those visitors. So your first sentence is like the authority sentence. It's basically what your website is all about. And then the second sentence is like a supporting sentence. And then also you can add a third one right here if you want to add a sense of urgency. Okay, got that? There is a bit of an art, there is definitely an art here for SEO. I know I make it look really simple, but there really is a lot of science behind the description and also the titles for your websites. So when creating SEO titles, the title of your website is like the most important thing, right? People need to understand what your website is about just by scrolling on the search engine, right? And as far as the SEO description, the first sentence is like your cornerstone sentence. It should be like what your website is all about and provide, the strongest possible sentence you can. And the second and third sentence are more supporting sentences for the first sentence. So they will back up the original first statement of your first sentence. So just keep that in mind when you guys are creating SEO descriptions for your websites. So once you guys go ahead and put this in right here, if we click on social, you guys will see what your website looks like from a social perspective from Facebook and also Twitter. If you guys do want to adjust this, you guys can go ahead and adjust it right here. But I think this is actually pretty good. I do like this. And I think when people share your website, it should be consistent and it should be the same across all social platforms. Now, really quick, this is what our website looks like on a live preview right here. So this is a live desktop view. Now right here is the mobile device. Now what Google's going to do here is that they're going to try to look at your title and self-optimize it for mobile devices. Now you guys cannot create separate titles for SEO for mobile devices. However, Google will do its best to make sure it's not cut off and to make sure that users have a good experience viewing your websites, right? But this is exactly what it would look like also from a mobile device. So that is pretty much it, right? So this is our website and this is how it's going to look like. Now, once you guys are done creating a title and description, you'll go ahead and close this and then you'll click on updates. Now there is a few questions that I get typically in these videos, and that is about desktop and also mobile devices. So people ask me, can I create different descriptions for different devices? And to my best understanding, that's not possible, right? So Google will actually take your desktop SEO description and it'll optimize it and do its best to make it relevant for mobile users. So you guys cannot create different descriptions for different devices, at least not yet. And this was actually information provided by Google. And that's it. So now our website is fully optimized for the home page. Now over here, let's click on all pages. Now we have to do this for all of our pages, guys. So right here under the About Us, we're also going to edit this page. Now I highly recommend to probably edit the About, the Contact, like our team, and then like the home page. But pages like the My Accounts, the the privacy policy page, you guys can let Rankmath optimize that for you guys, or you guys can do it yourself. Me personally, I optimize every single page myself just because I want to make sure that I show users what I want them to see in the search engine. So here is the About Us page, and right here I'll click on the Rankmath logo and then click on Edit Snippets. And I've already went ahead and I have pre-filled something here. So I put About WOS, how we all got started. And then here, I just put in some description. So, at our websites, our journey began with a simple yet powerful passion. This is important because people really do love this crap. They're like, how did you all get started, man? It's really important to let people know about your website. So you guys will need to go through every single page right here and make sure that it's fully optimized, right? So we have how we got started, and ultimately it looks very clean and safe for the search engine. Okay, and once you guys are done optimizing this for your About Us page, you'll also go ahead and click on Updates. Now, a lot of the stuff on the right side right here, guys, this stuff does not apply to pages. So if you see this stuff right here with errors, do not worry about all this right here. We have a lot of this ranking on the first page of Google with tons of errors. This right here is just general standard content for blogs. So this really doesn't apply to pages as much. So don't worry about it if you guys are not getting like green little check marks or whatever, right? Just make sure that it's optimized the way you want it to look. All right, so now let's go over here to all pages. And then lastly, I would definitely recommend to also optimize your Contact Us page, right? So the same thing, right? You'll just click on Rankmath right here, edit snippets. And as you guys can tell, there's nothing here. So you do want to make sure that you enter in something that's relevant for your website. Okay, so here I just put in some general content. So we have Wilson Online Shop -- contact our team. And then here I just added a very short description, right? You don't need to add in too much for the contact page, but I just wanted to let them know that they can contact our friendly staff and they can get quotes and prices for sportswear, right? And now once you guys are done with this, always make sure that you guys do updates. This will actually save the progress, right? So make sure that you guys do click on updates, and voila. And hey guys, I want to give you guys an update on the website. So the date now is the 16th, right? And it has actually been indexed by Yahoo and also Bing as well. So you'll see here is the title, and this is how it displays in the search. Also for Yandex as well, you'll see it has properly indexed on the search engine as well. However, for Google, it is taking a little bit more time. So you're gonna see that it is only getting the text from our landing page, but after probably maybe a week or two, or maybe even 3 weeks, it'll be indexed for the Google search, and it'll look just like this over here, where it looks really nice and clean. So just make sure that your site is verified, right? Make sure it is linked up with the Google Search Console, and just give it time. You guys are gonna see that the pages are indexed. So at this point, it's just a waiting game for Google to index these pages. So that's just a quick little update on how long it takes to index the website. It might take a few weeks, so yeah, just give it time. Okay, so I just want to give you guys an update here. So it is now April 17th right here, and the description has now updated. So the plugin has now told Google, and Google has now indexed it according to what we put in the Rankmath plugin. So it does take a little bit of time, guys. So if you're gonna ask me how long it took, I think it took me about 2.5 weeks. So I'll go ahead and publish my results for you guys, just to give you guys a time frame of how long it takes. So that is pretty much it for all of the pages. Now let's go ahead and talk about posts. So over here, I'll click on all posts. Now this is not required, but I do want to recommend that you guys put specific things for your posts. So I'll go ahead now and click on edits. Okay, so this is how you guys can optimize your blog post. So the first is the title, right? This is where you're gonna add a specific title for your blog post. The next is the permalink. The permalink is generally gonna be the title of your article. And then here we have some description of the article. Now, I highly recommend to actually custom create your own title and description instead of relying on Rankmath. It just makes a world of difference. So with this, you guys can create a really catchy title that's actually different from the actual article name, right? So we have 5 quick ways to gain muscle. And then here we have some description to really encourage people to click on our blog post. Now, if we go over here to the search engine and we type in how to build muscle, you guys are gonna see everyone's doing the same thing, right? They have a custom title right here. They don't put the name of their website. They don't put anything that's they don't put a bunch of unnecessary information. You'll see maybe Harvard did, but every other website here, they just put the actual name of the article because they want to solve the question of how to build muscle, right? So there's no need to add your website or anything else. Just create really catchy titles that can get clicks. Like this one right here, 9 proven ways to build muscle fast. I do like that, so yeah, get inspiration from other websites. Don't copy them, but do get inspiration to create really optimal titles for your blog posts. So really quick, there's 2 more options over here. So over here we have Content AI. If you guys do want to use ChatGPT AI through Rankmath, you guys can go ahead and do that here by giving them prompts. I do have a whole nother video that talks about this, But I actually don't use the Rankmath AI. I actually use ChatGPT directly because I don't really find a reason, to pay for something when I can just get it here for free, right? But if you guys do want to support the developer, you guys can always upgrade, and you can use their content AI credits, right? So here you guys can just tell them to do something and they'll create some content for you guys, right? Okay, so right here, I just basically said, give me some description for a sports website and talk about the best basketballs to buy. Right here is the tone. You guys can create a specific tone of the article. And then here I'm telling them the focus keyword is basketballs. And then here we can choose short, medium, or long. I'll just select short, and then you guys can generate some content. And then this will actually generate some content. Now guys, I highly recommend not to do this just because there was a recent update with Google, guys, and a lot of the websites that use AI was penalized. So I just don't really recommend to use AI content too much anymore. If you guys do use it very sparingly and make sure that you guys change the words and give it some real meaning. So you guys can go ahead and just click on use and use it like that. But just do not overdo it with AI, guys, because Google has been cracking down on a lot of AI websites. Now, the second thing I want to mention is over here, you guys are going to see there is a lot of other information, right? There's basic SEO. There is all these other things talking about keyword density, H2 tags, external linking, and so on and so forth. Now, I'm not going to cover this in this video because I've actually created a whole nother video right here that talks about how to write high-ranking blog posts with Rankmath. And here we actually talk about, how to find specific content. We talk about how to actually structure your articles. We talk about, ways to make it look good. We talk about how to avoid keyword stuffing and so on and so forth. Now, this is about 3 years old, guys, but I'll be very honest. This is still very, very relevant, and I use these same practices in 2024. So I'll go ahead and leave this video for you guys in the description of this video so you guys can just go ahead and follow along and learn how to create high-ranking blog posts with Rankmath. All right, party people, thank you guys so much for watching this Rankmath tutorial. If it was helpful, make sure to give me a big thumbs up and let me know in the comments how I did. Now let's step back here and let's clarify some of the more important parts of this tutorial. The first thing, guys, is always optimize every page and post of your website manually, okay? Don't rely on Rankmath. I know it's a great plugin. We love them. We love you, Rankmath, but I always recommend to optimize every page of your post by yourself. The second one is to always submit your sitemap. This is critical because Google needs to understand what your website is, right? And so do other search engines. So make sure to always submit your sitemap. Also, make sure not to index any of the archive tag pages. This can result in duplicate content, and you guys might get penalized for that. So just keep that in mind. And also make sure to check out my other video about how to optimize posts with Rankmath. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. My name is Daryl Wilson, and I will see all of you party people in the next video, guys. Take care.